I'm not sure the council has the power to impose penalties on elected members, even if we can do so, even if penalties are imposed. I am not sure that would be an effective way to prevent the kind of actions they're supposed to deter.
Zhang said lawmakers' behavior reflects voters' expectations, so the public's views on this matter needs to be taken into consideration. Evelyn Lang, TVB News.
A 47-year-old man has been stabbed to death in Shengshui. Police are calling it a murder case and have arrested one of the victim's neighbors. Officers spotted the suspect as they arrived at the scene in Munhao-tun. They arrested a 54-year-old man and found a fruit knife in his possession. Police said the victim and the suspect lived in the same village. They also said the pair had arguments in the past. The case happened at around 10 last night. The victim told neighbors that he was attacked. He was then rushed to North District Hospital, where he was declared dead.
Russian President Vladimir Putin says he will respect the results of Ukraine's presidential election set for tomorrow. Putin's comments are a strong indication the Kremlin would like to cool escalating tensions in the crisis. But new violence in eastern Ukraine casts doubt on whether there can even be a vote there. Pro-Russian rebels in the Donetsk and Luhansk regions have vowed to block the balloting. Yesterday in Karlovka, just outside Donetsk, 2 people were reported killed in a firefight between Ukrainian militia and heavily armed separatists. Now to Syria, where 39 people were killed and more than 200 wounded when a mortar attack targeted a pro-government campaign rally in Daraa. Syrian state television broadcast video showing the aftermath of yesterday's attack. Witnesses say the mortar shell slammed into a tent packed with supporters of President Bashar al-Assad. The 49-year-old president has not made a public appearance in more than a month and was not at the gathering. The bloodshed underscores deep fears rebels will launch attacks to disrupt the upcoming election. Assad is expected to win a third 7-year term in the vote slated for June 3rd. The opposition describes the election held during a civil war as a farce.
Next, controversy over a move by one American state to essentially bring back the electric chair. The governor of Tennessee has signed into law legislation that would allow the state to use electrocution against any current or future death row inmate if lethal injection drugs are not available. Lethal injection has come under fire because of botched executions and drug shortages caused by European-led boycott. The new law in Tennessee could subject those on death row to the electric chair.
As you know, it passed overwhelmingly, 80 or 90% in the legislature. So I think the legislature felt very strongly we needed to have some sort of backup in case the drugs for the lethal injection weren't available. Supreme Court has looked at electric chair and said it meets its definition of not being cruel and inhuman punishment. So we made the decision to sign it.
Well, this is a real step backwards. This is going back to, say, operations with anesthesia. The methods of electrocution or the gas chamber were rejected by the states. They weren't forced to change because there were problems with those methods. They were often ghastly, barbaric, bloody, smoky events.
All right, Chris, I see you have a big mix of sports for us today.
We do, and we've got one of the biggest nights on the football calendar. The Champions League final is later tonight between Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid in Lisbon. As Jameson Wong tells us, Atletico's Diego Costa remains a question mark, while Cristiano Ronaldo will definitely play in the big game.
It will be a home game of sorts for Real Madrid's Portuguese star Cristiano Ronaldo. And the World Footballer of the Year is a lock for Lisbon despite recent injury concerns. Manager Carlo Ancelotti is confident of Madrid's La Decima, or 10th European success.
Everyone knows how important it is for Real Madrid, this competition, and my job is to do the best. I said this at the first day that I was here, to do the best to help this team to win this competition. And we are very close.
In other football news, defender David Luiz and his great perm is on the move to Paris Saint-Germain. The 27-year-old Brazilian spent the past 7 seasons at Chelsea. The deal is believed to be around £40 million.
Who are we looking for?
Meanwhile, Frenchman Patrice Evra is staying in England. The 33-year-old signed a 1-year contract extension. Evra joined Manchester United in 2006 and has won 5 Premier League titles at Old Trafford. Jameson Wong, TVB News.
You can add the name of Yao Ming to the list of potential buyers for the LA Clippers. The former NBA All-Star is reportedly putting together an ownership group made up of Chinese investors. Currently, Yao owns the Shanghai Sharks of the Chinese Basketball Association. He retired from the NBA in 2011, but has maintained close ties with the league and his former club, the Houston Rockets. Clippers could be on the market soon as Donald Sterling is being pressured to sell the franchise after he was caught making racist remarks on tape. In baseball, the Chicago White Sox beat the New York Yankees 6-5 in a thriller in the Windy City. Trailing 5-4 in the 9th, Chicago's Adam Dunn belted a 2-run walk-off home run. David Robertson was tagged with the loss, his first blown save in 10 chances. And now to something you've got to see, American golfer Jimmy Walker with a true birdie. His tee shot actually hit a bird in flight during the second round of the PGA Tour event in Texas. Luckily for the bird, it wasn't injured. However, a bit of bad luck for Walker as his ball landed in the rough. The Tour points leader is at 5 under par 2 back of fellow American Bryce Garnett. Just weeks to go before the World Cup kicks off, some football fans in Hong Kong are preparing to fly to Brazil for the matches. But local travel agencies say compared with previous tournaments, bookings are down this year. Ronnie Samtani explains why.
After more than 60 years, the World Cup is once again being hosted in Brazil. While many people here in Hong Kong will watch the matches on TV, some hardcore football fans will travel to Brazil to catch them live.
So 55, 56 is...
Brazilian native Julia Ferraz and her boyfriend Martin will be flying from Hong Kong in a few weeks to watch the quarterfinals.
We're expecting around 15,000 for the flight to Brazil and around 2,000 for the match for watching the stadium. And I think around maybe 200 to 150 per day for food and transportation.
To save on accommodation, Martin will be staying with Julia at her family home, so their total cost is coming up to around $50,000. Local travel agencies say that's relatively cheap. Travel agency director Jason Wong said air tickets, accommodation, and match tickets for one person usually costs between $40,000 and $100,000. He said in previous years, hundreds of his customers were interested to travel overseas to watch the World Cup. But because match tickets are more expensive this year, not as many people are making bookings. He also noted that because there is no direct flight, total travel time will be over 30 hours, and some travelers will find that to be inconvenient. And because of its high crime rate, World Cup fans heading to Brazil are advised not to use mobile phones in public places.
The main issue is to keep a low profile. So I know in Hong Kong it's a very safe place, so people are used to show off their mobile phones and they can go out with expensive jewelry and expensive stuff. But I think in Brazil it's good to keep a lower profile and wear more simple clothes, not wear jewelry or watches.
She suggested that visitors stick to tourist hotspots and to take taxis at night. Ronnie Samtani, TVB News.
And that is our news.
Good night.
咦，阿斯朗無啦啦都喺度插花嘅，點解要俾黃牌啊？唔係黃牌，係莫釘我。個草地又爛又多水氹，梗係失準啦。一貼一噴，地萬即刻彈開啊！莫釘我！
World Cup Brazil, Tournament of the Strongest, is supported by Macau Government Tourist Office, Samsung, Success Finance Group, Betadine Dry Powder Spray, 4 Seas Group, Vita Lemon Tea, Fujifilm X-T1 Digital Camera, Sun Life Financial presents The Weather Report is brought to you by Sun Life Financial.
Hello everyone, there were sunny periods today apart from isolated showers and thunderstorms. It was hot in the afternoon. At 5 p.m. the subtropical ridge was affecting the coast of southeastern China. Up until 5 p.m. today's temperatures ranged from 25.9 to 31.5 degrees. And the current temperature is 29 degrees Celsius. So Freddie, how's the weather tomorrow? Cloudy periods overnight and tomorrow morning. Temperatures will range from 27 to 32 degrees. Tomorrow's air quality health index will range from low to moderate. And the maximum UV index forecast for tomorrow will be about 11. Now, here's the latest global weather update. Rain in Shanghai, showers in Taipei, cloudy in Xiamen. Cloudy in Guangzhou and Chengdu, sunny intervals in Macau. Sunny in Beijing, cloudy in Seoul and Tokyo. Thunderstorms in Bangkok and Manila, showers in Ho Chi Minh City. Thunderstorms in Kuala Lumpur and Singapore, showers in Jakarta. Thunderstorms in New Delhi, sunny in Karachi and Mumbai. Sunny in Cairo and Nairobi. Sunny in Brisbane and Sydney, showers in Melbourne and Auckland. Sunny in Toronto and New York. Sunny intervals in Vancouver and Los Angeles, foggy in San Francisco. Sunny in London and Amsterdam, showers in Paris and Zurich, cloudy in Frankfurt. And that's the weather. Have a great evening.
It was brought to you by Sun Life Financial. Life's brighter under the sun. Tormented by destiny, the only way out is massacre. Coming at you from the streets. Sunday, X-Men Origins Wolverine on Pearl's weekend blockbuster.
Where is everyone?
Hello? Hello? When there's no one around, the bad boys get badder.
Changing gear with my left hand. How multitasking was that? Oh, I've ruined my Ferrari.
Monday, Top Gear at 9:35 on Pearl. Goal. 32 teams to Brazil. Every night at these times on Pearl.